This one, though, is a little bit of a twist. They're about to play music from an upcoming game that no one has heard yet. You might call it one of those world premieres, and this is a special one. It's written by one of the greatest video game composers of all time, the legendary Nobuo Uematsu.
Okay.
Here is the Game Awards Orchestra, led by Lauren Balfe, with lead vocals from Lauren Allred, debuting the theme song from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Here we go.
Enjoy.
Here we go, boys. Is it gonna segue into another trailer? Oh, that's Jesse. It's another trailer. It's a music trailer. Oh my god. No way. What is it? Vincent? Let's go. We see him from the front now. Bugenhagen looks... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's Aerith? Oh man, this looks beautiful. Oh, I said that was Jesse. No. Sid? Marlene. Dying. They're showing so much. Buddy, what the hell? What the... No, that's definitely Aerith. Zach met Aerith. And his time... Oh my god. That's actually kind of nuts. They're showing us footage in a music trailer. That's so sick. The Aerith X Cloud is strong in this trailer. They're pushing it hard. Rip Cloud Tifa shippers in this one. Man, this is the main theme for Rebirth. Sounds so beautiful. It's like this game's Hollow. Hollow by Yosh was so good for remake. This sounds beautiful as well. I love how you hear a little bit of the main theme of FF7 in there. Oh, it's coming through more now. This is so good. They're actually incorporating the main theme into this one, unlike with Hollow, which was like completely different and original. I like that a lot. I liked it a lot. A lot more, and then some. Even Clive enjoyed it. Even Clive is an FF7 fan.
Absolutely beautiful song from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is nominated for most anticipated game tonight.
Let's go.
Lauren Allred,
better win. It better win.
And the Game Awards Orchestra. They will be back later to pay tribute to our Game of the Year nominees. But that's not all we have tonight for Final Fantasy fans.
Of course. Wait. Not of course. We get more? Another trailer on top of a sort of trailer?
Or so they'll tell you, dearie. Because the future has the power to change anything. Even the past.
Oh my, what the That's an interesting...
Strap in, Newty. Things are about to
No,
get
fuck, it's different. What the hell is this? That's a Buster Sword. I don't know who that is. Am I excited for nothing? What? Cool, I guess. Cool, I guess.
That's very fun when limits are made to be broken. When Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes to Apex Legends on January 9th. And that key art you just saw was drawn by...
I got my music trailer. I'm okay.
For that incredible announcement.
Don't worry. I'm not going to cry. That got me good, though. That baited the fuck out of me. We're watching this shit again. Probably going to watch it like 3 or 4 times. Wait. I didn't realize that. I forgot that part was in there.
I'm feeling every single...
That's cool how they like separated the trailer from the musical that they were showing. And it's its own actual... Yeah, theme song announcement trailer. We get to watch this separately. That's crazy. The fact that there's another trailer, which we were expecting, right? But it was done in the form of a musical ceremony, or a musical performance, sorry. And that part isn't here, but like we have to actually watch the trailer separately with its own dialogue, which is cool. Its own audio and everything. Have to analyze this shit later. Bugenhagen.
Do not underestimate this foe.
Your foe?
Brother Vincent looks so sick. We can hear what he's saying now too, now that we're not watching the musical.
Sephiroth.
What am I supposed to do? Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't. I'm the only one who gets a pass.
Loveless. Oh shit, okay, they show who lived and died in Zack's timeline. Yeah, Biggs is obviously the only one who made it.
I don't even know why.
Dude. Is that the ship? It is. Oh my god. From Junon to Costa del Sol.
Sometimes I don't even...
Brother, Cloud looks so fucking sick in his when he's disguising himself as an infantryman.
I know who I am. I forget things everyone else remembers just fine, and know things I've got no right knowing.
Cloud, it's okay. You saved me before. Now it's my
Is that
turn.
Kate Sith and Tifa? That's cool.
Or is it the pooch? I'm just messing with you. That there is our man.
When fate sets us a challenge, we must rise to meet it.
That's
Are
Dio.
you ready to rumble?
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you?
Oh shit, we can hear Sid talking. Dude, they didn't even show this at the Game Awards. Like, at least not these parts. Right, they did not show this stuff. Like, they showed parts of it while Aerith was singing.
Is there
And the
anything
orchestra
I
was
can
doing
do
their
for
thing.
you? I want to help.
Sid sounds good. Okay, he's not swearing like a sailor yet, but he sounds sick. Holy shit.
Look at me, Barrett. You think I want Marlene to see what her father's become?
Promise not to tell?
We know where Cloud is now in Zack's timeline. That's cool. Obviously, he's still with him.
When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
Zack meets Marlene. Okay, now here's the part that we saw at the Game Awards. I wish they'd show the other stuff too, man. No promises to keep. That's the main theme of the game. This is so good. Is the awards over? Yeah, it is. Baldur's Gate 3 won. And there's a new Monster Hunter, by the way. There is, after all, hippie. Gonna listen to like this like 15 more times. Jesus. This is hard.
Please, I'm begging you. Lend me your strength.
Cannot wait for this game, man. Game of the year 2024, hopefully. God, it's so weird how they didn't show this, right? At the Game Awards. I'm glad we looked this up again. Because we would have missed out a bunch. Alright, that's better. Alright, so Zachary Fair. Not dying.
Their ire manifests once more.
Dude, I love hearing the characters we haven't heard before up until now, too. Like Bugenhagen. Dude, he looks so sick. Like, how is it that every character that we know and love from the original game, they've just knocked it out of the park with when it comes to like redesigning them for the remake? I don't get it, man. It's like hitting every note we want this game to hit. Like consistently everything they've been knocking out of the park.
Their ire manifests once more. Do not underestimate this foe.
Are they fighting the boss? Yeah, this is probably when you go into the cave. I forget what it's called, the Cave of Gi or whatever. With Red 13, and then you get to the end and you fight that creepy looking wall face boss thing. Cave of the Gi, yes, I remember. That's sick. Hopefully, like, obviously I don't think he's gonna be a guest character or anything, but you know, you can dream, you know. So we see Barrett and Red here, and obviously the third is probably Cloud. Dude, this part.
Your foe?
Sephiroth.
What am I?
Foe?
Do not underestimate this foe.
Your foe?
Sephiroth.
What am I?
I know he only said like 3 or 4 like words, but Jesus, I cannot wait to hear more Vincent by Matt Mercer. And he looks so good. It's like our first time seeing him from the front. Like the last teaser a couple of months ago, got the back of his hair. Now we got the front. Look at Vincent in all his glory.
Sephiroth.
I love how Yuffie's just chilling there like, what the fuck is going on? When do I get the steel materia? Man, I can't wait. Like, this scene in Rebirth is going to be fucking nuts, considering they're gonna, like, pour their all into it this time, since in the original it was just optional. But now we get to actually sit down with Vincent, and he's gonna give us actual, proper, important, critical information, like, as much as he can.
What am I supposed to do? Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't? I'm the only one who gets a pass?
This is so massive, right? So we know in Zack's timeline that Biggs lived. Everyone else got nuked. Yeah, Biggs and Zack is like, dude, the perfect fucking duo. Like, these two are like, I always got the vibe they were really similar, even since like the very first 2015 gameplay trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake, when the voice actors are all different. When I heard Biggs talk for the first time, when he has that line, like, where he's talking to Jesse, right? Like, this guy's a professional, you know, he's hired help, or whatever he says about Cloud. For some reason, I got a hint of Rick Gomez in that, even though he probably wasn't voicing him. And ever since then, I've always gotten the, like, Zack's vibe from Biggs, which is kind of cool. And, like, it's actually lit now to see them both as an actual duo, you know?
Their luck runs out, but...
Dude, I think the scene at the end of Remake where you see Biggs, I think it's Zack's timeline now. Yeah, I was just about to say that, Traxim. I think that the end of Remake, when you see them rebuilding the plate and everything after the collapse, and Biggs lying in bed and recovering from whatever he's recovering from, which is presumably the collapse of the plate, is Zack's timeline. But now we know he might not have been recovering from the collapse of the plate. He might have been recovering from that crazy tornado bullshit that killed everyone else in Zack's timeline, right? That's like the biggest takeaway from all of this.
Mine doesn't? I'm the only one who gets a pass?
It's nuts how everyone else died. So I'll say this, right? I am very, very glad that this is being hinted at to be Zack's timeline. Right? Because one of the things, I loved Remake, but one of the things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and still kind of does, is the fact that you see the potential for the characters who were in Barrett's crew, like Wedge, Biggs, maybe not Wedge, but Biggs and Jesse for sure, being alive, which kind of like, you know, undermines a lot of the emotional weight and like the good character send-offs that they got in Remake. Like, I was kind of, as much as I love the characters, I was hoping they would stay dead after the plate collapse part. So this is good because it's implying in a way, hopefully, that those versions of the characters are gone, but this is just Zack's timeline where, like, there's still, some of them are still alive, especially, like, definitely Biggs, obviously, but for a different reason, you know? So it doesn't take away from, like, the weight of what happens in Cloud's timeline.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think there's like going to be some massive shit coming up. I mean, we saw this before, but now we're watching it slower.
Sometimes.
That's definitely calm. I posited this part too last time. I freaking love this. Yeah, like, dude, look at freaking calm. Jeez. I know we've seen it before, but just like seeing it from this angle, the scale of it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and this 7th Trooper. So Cloud is like, it's interesting how he doesn't have his helmet here. This is when he's at Rufus's inauguration, right? And he's like dressed up as the infantryman, going around and doing infantryman things. Yeah, the Junon Shinra Trooper outfit. I hope we get to still play that mini game though, where you get to march with the parade, and you have to like sneak into like the back line, right?
I don't even know why.
They gotta keep that. Dude, this too. Oh my god, the frickin' the ship between Costa and Junon. Midship market. It's crazy how they added like this whole, man, this like whole surfer funsies holiday store.
I forget things, everyone
This has to be the gold saucer. Yeah, 100%.
else remembers just fine.
Hotel. I missed that. So this is where I stopped pausing it as much earlier, but oh man. They're actually showing so much. The Haunted Hotel.
And no.
Where's this? Okay, this is getting interesting now. Now I have to like, this may be obvious, but I'm not getting this.
Things I've got no.
Is that under Junon? Oh, it's the Coral Prison. Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It's under the Golden Saucer, rather.
And no things I've got.
Looks good.
Cloud, it's okay. You saved me before. Now it's my turn.
Is it you, or is it the pooch? I'm just
I gotta pause it there too. Hold on. Like Tifa and Kate Sith doing their freaking tag combo attack.
You saved me before.
It's so cool seeing like the unlikeliest of like duos doing synergy attacks. I guess there's like a synergy between any member you can think of then, right?
It's my turn.
Is it
so sick.
you, or is it the pooch? I'm just messing with you. That there is our man.
It's probably a new character.
Sets us a challenge.
Dio looks sick.
We must rise
Not wearing a Speedo in this one.
to meet it. Are you ready to rumble?
Aerith, is there anything I can do for
Friggin' Sid, here we go. Okay, the second time around hearing this,
you? I want to help.
I don't know if I'm 100% sold on his voice yet, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely good.
Is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
Oh, is he actually wearing a Speedo? Asking the important questions. Oh, he is. He is. The thigh has been spotted. I see it.
Rise to meet it.
He still wears the Speedo. Let's go.
Rumble?
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
Yeah, Sid's voice is like, it's good. It's good. I'll say it's good, but it's, I guess what I was expecting in my head is totally different from what we got. I think it's just like a case of that. But yeah, I can't wait to hear more of his dialogue. And it's our first time seeing him. He looks sick. He looks really cool, just like everyone else. And hopefully they keep him in swearing like a sailor. We'll see.
I can do for you.
Yeah, we gotta let him cook.
I want to help.
Dude, new summons. Which one is that? Is that Titan? That's Phoenix. What's up, Joshua? What's that one? Holy shit. That's, that looks like a Bahamut, but on the ground. Neo Bahamut. Okay, makes a lot of sense. There's so many summons, I forget sometimes.
Look at me, Barrett. You
This
think
is so
I want
good.
Marlene to see what...
Dude, inject this character design into my vein. It looks so good. Dine looks so good. He sounds so good. And again, this is interesting because I pictured a much different take on the character when I would think about what Rebirth would look like. And this is not at all what I imagined, but it's even better, you know? That's why I really like this.
What her father's become?
Promise not to.
And the cool thing is, I think in the music trailer, they show Barrett with a picture, or they show a picture of Marlene that Barrett has. So it's likely that he's going to show him the picture of Marlene and what she looks like now, which I really hope is the case, because that would make this cutscene hit 10 times harder.
Barrett. You think I want Marlene to see what her father's become?
Promise not to.
Clash is taking a nap in the background in Zack's timeline. Man, it's so bizarre and surreal, like seeing Zack live and interacting with all these different characters. Initially, the very first time I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm not gonna lie, I'll admit, I did not like the fact that they kept Zack alive or hinted at him being alive in some way. Because again, for the same reason I didn't like sort of the fact that they were implying the Avalanche crew would survive in Cloud's timeline, I felt like it undermined like the impact of his sacrifice and the impact of like what he did in the end and his hero's journey arc from Crisis Core and just him as a character preceding the events of Final Fantasy VII. Like I thought that would take away from that. But now like actually seeing the interesting shit that he does in his own timeline and where it could all possibly go, and the characters he runs into, like the unlikeliest of people who you would think, you know, Zack would meet, it's something that I am like really on board with now, and I'm actually like really looking forward to seeing where it all goes, especially when you see shit like this, like Zack and Marlene talking. Like, bruh, that's crazy.
Tell? When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
Okay, bruh. Okay, hang on. That was definitely not important at all, said no one ever.
What her father's become?
Promise not to tell? When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
When Cloud wakes up, Sephiroth's gonna kill Aerith? I feel like that's a puny brain explanation, but they're probably, there's like a red herring there, I think. I think they want us to think something else, but that's like, that we're gonna think the most logical. Oh, she said when she wakes up.
Marlene to see what her father's become?
Subtitles.
Promise not to tell? When she wakes
It's definitely a she, yeah. Absolutely is a she.
up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
Okay, now this just got 10 times more confusing. Marlene, why couldn't you have said a he? It wouldn't have been as confusing. Stop being weird, Marlene. So who is the she? Like, I think, okay, it could be one of two things. It's time to start cooking, man. I'm starting the gas. I'm starting the fire. Obvious explanation. She's talking about Aerith. When Aerith wakes up, Sephiroth's gonna kill her. For some reason, Aerith's asleep. For some reason, she's... Okay, maybe it could be the fact that she's injured after that crazy whirlwind tornado. But then there's explanation number two, where the she could be someone totally different from Aerith, and they want us to think it's Aerith. And when she wakes up, someone who's not Sephiroth is going to kill her. But I don't think they're going to go that far with making it as subversive. I hope not. I think Sephiroth's going to kill whoever the she is that wakes up from her presumably injuries that she ran into because of the crazy bullshit in Zach's timeline. I don't know. I'm so curious to hear and see all the other theories, including yours, Traxum. That's like the most interesting part so far, I think, of this trailer. Okay, now here's the Game Awards stuff. So this kind of like tripped me out at first. It's like, wait a minute, we're seeing Jessie. So is that Jessie too? But no, it's Aerith and Jessie. And I'm so curious if this has to be Cloud's timeline. This cannot be Cloud's timeline. This is Zack's, where Jessie's alive. Oh my god, wait. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, that's Barrett with the gun arm. For a second, I thought that was Vincent, but that he was in his like crazy monster form, one of them. Which I can't wait to see those, by the way. But no, it's just our crew all dressed up, including Red 13. They put like body paint on him for these performances. Yeah, they're all in a play. Wait, what does Kate look like? He has a little Jester's hat. Seeing the characters in different drip is cool. Jesus, this video game. Have chills. Someone said earlier in the chat, I think it was Hippie, like this trailer, man, it goes full into the Aerith X Cloud, into full into Clarith. This is so good. I could listen to this 100 times. Yep, there's that part. Is that during the date scene? Probably. I hope it is. I don't know. There could be so many scenes of the Golden Saucer. Oh, they show her waking up. I forgot. We saw this. We saw this at the Game Awards ceremony itself. She's waking up. Or this is where she's asleep or injured or whatever. Yeah, they show Zack. This is crazy huge. Like, Zack actually finds her. And she's probably not dead, but injured from the tornado. And when she wakes up, Sephiroth's gonna try and... Wait... What if it's Cloud who's gonna try and kill her? What if that's what they're worried about, or Marlene's worried about? Because he's controlled by Sephiroth's influence in both timelines, but in this one more so, as a Sephiroth clone who's a straight-up mindless husk, like the men with the tattoos. And we saw that there's like, from one of the last trailers, right, that he is gonna go to the North Crater and like congregate with all the other Sephiroth clones for the reunion bullshit and trying to bring in the black materia. So is that who Marlene could have been talking about instead of Sephiroth? I wonder. Maybe that's the subversion there. Like when Aerith wakes up, Cloud is going to kill her. He literally tries to in the main timeline. Maybe now it's going to be a little bit more apparent.
strength.
And she sees the black wing at the end. Aerith praying black wings. This is where you get scared if you play the original.
Please, I'm begging you.
Potentially.
Lend me your strength.
You have no idea how it's going to go down. But okay, that was crazy. That's the most I can kind of like squeeze out of that with my brain cylinders all firing. But yeah, I'm so curious to hear other thoughts, your thoughts, Traxum. So when Aerith rescues Marlene, Marlene cries in Aerith's arm. When the bzz shit happens and Marlene stops, my theory, Aerith is communicating across timelines to find help. Oh, snap. That could be so fucking nuts. Yeah, because in Remake, I remember there was like some interesting thing that happened between Aerith and Marlene, right? When she saved her and then Marlene saw something. I think that's the part you're talking about, right? Where she cries in her arm. Oh yeah, and then she stops crying. The scene's coming. Dude, I gotta play Remake again soon. I'm gonna play it before Rebirth comes out for sure. But that's coming back to me now, yeah. And so through Marlene of Cloud's timeline, or our timeline, she communicates to the other Marlene in Zack's timeline somehow, and then she gets information. And oh my god, that's crazy. And she's trying to tell Zack about the Aerith in the other timeline and how she needs to be saved. That's nuts. Also, there are whispers in the background behind Aerith. Oh shit. They're not gone. No, I kind of didn't like the whispers, I'm not gonna lie. They were my least favorite part about an otherwise phenomenal game. Okay, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with them. Yeah, you see them there. I don't mind the whispers, I just don't like them as like a plot device, right? They seem like kind of a cheap plot device to kind of communicate the fact that they want to keep things the same as the original and the characters are trying to defy fate. Like I don't know, there's something I just don't like about them as that. But I don't know, hopefully they can make them a little more interesting in this game, especially considering, like, see, it's interesting now because we presumably got rid of them in the last game, right? With all the stuff we do at the end, we kill the Harbinger of Fate, and by extension, the Whispers, or so we thought maybe, and they're still around. And so maybe like they could be trying to serve some other purpose, like fulfill some other role now. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they'll be necessarily trying to keep things the same, because the whole point of this game is to defy destiny, right? So I don't know, we're gonna have to see. That's actually super fascinating. Thanks for pointing that out. I just hope they're not as intrusive, I guess, as in Remake. Like, I felt like every time like there was about to be a scene that went beat for beat, they would just show up and like push a character away from it happening, and it's like, I don't know. I felt like it was kind of cheap, and that they could have done that in a way that made a little more sense, other than just, oh, these things happen to exist, like just scary Dementors. So I was hoping they were gone, but I guess they're not. We'll see what happens though again. Any other interesting parts? Like, this whole trailer was fucking nuts. They showed so much stuff. I think what I want to watch again, actually, because I've been pausing it a lot, the part where Cloud talks to Tifa about all his like identity stuff, that's always been the most interesting part of FF7 to me.
Wanna get a pass?
There's a shit that Cloud struggles with.
Sometimes.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't even know who I am. I forget things everyone else remembers just fine. And know things I've got no right knowing.
Cloud, it's okay. You saved me before. Now it's my turn.
Freaking love this, man. And they've been alluding to it before in other trailers as well, but the fact that this game is going to like dive in deeply into like the whole Cloud isn't who he thinks he is, and Tifa's going to try and help him side of Final Fantasy VII, which doesn't really come out until like the very, climax of that arc in the original game, where like Tifa literally falls into the subconscious of Cloud and has to try and like help him there, like restore his memories and regain his identity and stuff. It's cool to me how Cloud and Tifa try to like talk way more about that throughout the game before that eventual scene happens, and kind of like shed more light on what's happening with Cloud and what Tifa thinks of all of it, and what, like, basically just fleshing out these dynamics more, which are really important. I think that's super cool, and one of the things I'm like probably most excited for on the narrative and character side of things. And it seems like with these remakes, they really want to try, especially when you consider they like re-released Crisis Core Reunion between 7 Remake and Rebirth, they really want the player to like know, without explicitly telling them, right, hint as strongly as possible that most of the shit Cloud thinks he did, he didn't do, right? He literally even says it himself, and like they want you to like think that Zack did most of those things, that there's something like messed up with Cloud, which I find really interesting. Like they're trying to make that the secondary focus and mystery of the new continuity with remakes, after the stuff going on with the timelines. That's like very clear, is that they're just trying to focus very heavily on the mystery part of it being about the timeline stuff as opposed to who Cloud is and that kind of stuff.
Is it you?
And I get why, because like the original exists, been around for a long time. A lot of people have played it, right? So now let's focus on other things.
Hooch! I'm just messing with you. That there is our man.
When fate sets us a challenge, we must rise to meet it. Are you ready to rumble?
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
This looks so sick. Gold teeth, it's Coates. Oh, I forgot about that character. I don't even remember who Coates is. I gotta look that up. Oh, Corel Prison. Okay, it's still in Corel Prison. Is he the guy who like, yeah, I remember who he is now. They're trying to take the lift to go up, but he's like, don't go up just yet. You gotta do this other shit, and then you go and do like the chocobo races. And he introduces you to like that vibrant looking lady.
Or is it the pooch?
Yeah, I like his design. The character designs are so good.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, that's right. Her name was Esther.
When fate sets us a challenge, we must rise to meet it. Are you ready to rumble?
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
Summon shit is unbelievably cool. Daddy Dio, man.
Look at me, Barrett. You think I want Marlene to see what her father's become?
Promise not to tell? When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
Yeah, that's like the most interesting part of the trailer for sure when it comes to all this cryptic shit. So many different theories that come with that, but I like yours a lot, Traxum. That's a great theory about how she's communicating with Aerith in the other timeline and knows this stuff as a result. Just because that one scene, right? Fucking Vincent and Bugenhagen, man. The song is so good. You know they're gonna play it in like in the credits, right? If remake is anything to go by, like this is basically Rebirth's Hollow by Yosh. It's gonna hit hard. Whatever they do with the ending, it'll hit hard, and this music will like make whatever hit hard hit even harder. Can't wait for the High Wind, or not the High Wind, the Bronco. High Wind is definitely part 3. They're saving that shit.
Please, I'm begging you.
So it's like how they show Aerith singing it too. Man, I love this. I love this. Cannot wait, dude. Like chills every time. Seriously, anytime there's anything new on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it's like insta chills.